guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to be talking about my 2022 G80 M3 and that exhaust setup. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly why you shouldn't get this exhaust setup. And also in a future video, we're going to be talking about some of the different setups we have, some of the different setups I've heard in person, and we'll make that entire video. And hopefully between these two videos, you guys could figure out which is the best for you. And one of the most recommendations I can say is go to Cars and Coffee, go to BMW events, go to our events, right? Beamer Invasion events, and be able to hear the different setups. Because if you're adamant about buying a specific setup and you don't like it, then you just wasted some money. So hopefully, again, these videos give you an idea. So let's get to it. All right, as you can see, this is my 2022 G80 M3 manual and BMW individual Imola red. If you guys been following the channel for a little bit, you guys know exactly what I have. So I have a active Autowerke high flow Gesi catted downpipe, and the catted downpipe is actually 400 cell. And the reason why I went with the active Autowerke 400 cell Gesi catted downpipe is because I don't want to deal with warranty issues. I don't want to deal with tuning the car. And for me, I'm not really chasing numbers. I'm not chasing to be the fastest manual M3. I'm not chasing to be the most fastest M3 out there. I just like enjoying the car. I like hearing the exhaust, and that's why I went with this exhaust setup. So after we have the catted downpipe, we have an equal length midpipe, and that equal length midpipe is from Active Autowerke. Active Autowerke's one of the innovators in this industry on making this platform, and also the previous platform sounds so much better. But as you can see right here, we have the AWE Switchpath Exhaust. And the reason why I went with the Switchpath Exhaust is because I have the opportunity of opening and closing the valves, right? So I'm able to close the valves when I start the car up because it is kind of loud. It actually is very loud. And I'm able to open it up when I want to, which is basically everyday driving, right? But when I do have kids and I want the kid to kind of take a nice nap and not be obnoxious, I'm gonna close the valves up. Stay tuned, there's gonna be a ton of exhaust clips, so let's get to it. All right, it's scorching hot outside, and before we continue, I definitely wanted to thank Simply Carbon Fiber for sending me these shades. As you can see, these shades are absolutely incredible, and I really have enjoyed these shades. And if you guys want to pick up these shades, they're actually having a sale for Father's Day, and the Father's Day sale is going to give you guys, I believe, 20% off on everything you purchase, whether it's these shades, carbon fiber money clips. And they've been a long-term sponsor of the channel, and I wouldn't promote anything on this channel if I didn't stand behind, and I love their products. I truly do. This, again, I mentioned on one of the other previous collaboration, is that I actually lost these shades. I lost them actually at the Invasion of Orlando, and John, not John Townsend, but John Ridescore, left it in a box of shirts, and I have no idea who has it now. But again, I want to thank the team over there for sending me these again. And I usually pick these over my Ray-Bans because number one, they're ultra lightweight and they fit without squeezing my head together. But other than that, I want to thank them for sponsoring this video. If you want to pick up anything from the website, I'm gonna leave the links down below and get yourself some gifts for yourself or your father. So other than that, let's jump back into the video and hear how this exhaust sounds like and why you shouldn't get this exhaust. so now that you heard that exhaust setup, and it sounds absolutely incredible, the smoothness, the deep tone to it, you guys are probably thinking, Ken, why wouldn't you even recommend it? So the AWE Switchpath, right? Their whole system, and which is why I think it's a deeper tone, is that they use a 3-inch piping, right? When you compare it to BMW specifications and also a lot of the other exhaust manufacturers, they're going to be using a 2.7 and a quarter, right? Whatever the BMW specifications are, and that's what the diameter they use. Active Autowerke follows that diameter. So when you try to pair up these two exhaust brands, it's nearly impossible, only if you do some modifications. So there's many different modifications you could do, right? You could go to an exhaust shop, and this is where it becomes, is it worth the extra mile, right? Is it worth you the headaches and all that stuff to get the exhaust note? For me, I think absolutely. I think it's a great setup, but it also depends on you. And this is where it goes back and forth. So if you were to go to an exhaust setup or exhaust shop, they could pair them up together. A lot of the times that I've heard is that they actually weld it. They tack weld it, and at that point, you need to think about this. Is it worth you welding two very expensive pieces, right? The Switchpath and also, or the track exhaust compared to the equal length midpipe. Is it worth it? Because then you're possibly ruining the equal length midpipe or possibly the axle back area, right? So I know a few other people has done that, but Active Autowerke, I'm so lucky and so happy they're actually able to take some time out of their day, and they made a custom pipe for me, which you probably saw in a previous video. They made that custom pipe and it paired everything seamless. There was no welding that needed to be done to pair these two brands together. It was an additional pipe that was being replaced from the AWE side, which paired up seamlessly into the equal length midpipe. As of right now, I've spoken to Rob, which he's one of the owners of Active, and he's mentioned that they're just so busy. They're so busy developing other products and catching with demand, because during the time when I had this on my car, they were still trying to get up to man on making enough equal length midpipes for the community. So my thing is, if as a business standpoint, if they see a lot of inquiries about this exhaust setup, then they'll probably ask, hey Ken, can you come in? We'll make a jig. A jig is basically a device where you could replicate that specific piping, right? A lot of people use it for exhaust setups, and it basically is a mold, right? It kind of gives a blueprint of exactly what bends need to be done for that exhaust. So they didn't make a jig out of my connector pipe. And also too, they're very busy. They're always inundated with other people's projects, and you can see that from just visiting their shop. But those are the things you need to look at, right? You need to look at, is it worth it possibly ruining, two pieces of two expensive parts to achieve this sound? I really think it does. It sounds absolutely incredible. I love the way it sounds. And what's so cool about it for me is that I know it's very difficult for people to kind of make this choice, and which kind of makes my exhaust setup very unique. So on the future video, I'm going to give you guys a whole entire video of all the clips I have of my different setups, right? AWE, the equal length plus the OEM box, all that stuff. I'm going to make it an entire video. I have also a whole bunch of clips from other people's exhaust setups that I'm going to put in a pretty lengthy video, where if you guys are watching that video, and you could kind of have an idea of what setup that you want to do for your exhaust. But I'm hoping this video gives you guys a better understanding of what direction you could do. If not, it probably confused you. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. It helps my channel grow. But other than that, I want to thank you guys again, and I will see you on the next video.